Hey guys, it's Brignerd, and today we are going to be taking a look at my LEGO Star Wars Resistance base on car MOC. This is one that I've been working on for a couple of weeks and it's finally done, so let's get right into it. So here is the MOC. It sits on 6 32 by 32 base plates, so 20 inches along this side, 30 inches along the front. Yeah, let's take a closer look. So starting off down here on the right side, we're going to have one of the many X-Wing hangar bays here. This one has Poe Dameron's Black One X-Wing inside. You can see there's just lots of bits down here. So we got some storage crates, some ones over here. These ones are created using the Lego dice piece. This was a technique that I saw, and I was like, that is the only creative use I've ever seen for these dice pieces, so there you go. In here, it does fit the X-Wing. It is kind of a tight squeeze. You've got maybe 2 studs to spare in terms of room, but this is quite a wide model, so it just kind of barely fits in there. And then you can put it all the way back so the wings are completely underneath there. Sprinkled around the edges here, you can see we have couple of utility vehicles. We have this one from the X-Wing set. We have one of these resistance speeders, and then just lots of figs doing activities, just posed up. The best part of making MOCs, in my opinion, is just posing up minifigs. So we got this little droid here doing supplies, all sorts. And I'll take you in for a closer look inside the hangar in just a sec, but let's move on. Can finish the outside first. So this is more of a foresty kind of section. There's lots of shrubbery kind of inside the forest where the main command center would be. There's some figs posed out here, officer, a couple of these little mechanical things that you see spread all around the base, and then a couple of just small little rocks, boulders, formations, all sorts. I'm not terribly happy with how this section turned out. I don't know. Maybe I should have used less colour, or I definitely should have used less colour. Now I look at it. This, yeah. And the foliage, all this kind of tree and shrubbery stuff outside, as well as all this big mountain stuff. Just the more I look at it, the less I kind of like it. So, which, I mean, is my fault. But also at the same time, this is like twice as many green pieces as I thought I had. So that was probably like 10 green pieces left when I was finished. So making do with what I have, because I did not want to go buy more green pieces just to do this MOC. So that's why you can see red under there, because basically it's all red with just green on top, just trying to cover that up. One of the best or most interesting parts of the MOC for me was doing these panels that came out here, and you can see those replicated kind of over here. They're just on a much bigger scale. It was kind of interesting. It's all studs on the side, so I kind of just built it up from the bottom here to the top. Then it's on a ball joint which is attached to one of the flat hinges to kind of really just squeeze it in there and get the positioning perfect, and then it's locked with these bars that go along the top, just kind of help lock that into place. Quickly before we look inside, let's take a look at the landing pad on top. It does fit the Resistance transporter, kind of. It hangs off a little bit on the edge, but I'm willing to make that sacrifice. I didn't want to make it too much bigger than this. And if we take off this ship, you can see more of the detailing underneath. There's just some lights that go around the perimeter of the pad, and then one number 08 inscribed into the pad, so pilots have an idea where they're landing. There's a small hole here. This has a ladder that will take you down inside the base, so there's no elevator, but there's a ladder that you can climb up or down to get inside. There's some nice detailing. I'm kind of glad with how this turned out, this kind of detailing along the top there. You can stand some troops up there to defend the base. And up here on top of the hangar, we have a couple of communication satellite dishes or receivers here. So we have this big one for interplanet communications, and this one would be for kind of short range communications. This is probably my favorite build, the entire MOC. I just think this one turned out so well. So detail around here from the edges. It's kind of an interesting technique getting these clips on there inside of like this plate and the 2x2 plate that sits on top of there. So that was kind of interesting. Probably not legal, but I think it turned out well. And there's room for 1 or 2 figs to stand behind there, and it does spin 360 degrees. This short range one does have a little bit of greebling on the back, you can tell, and it also spins, just uses one of the generic dish pieces there, which kind of looks bland, especially when compared to the bigger one, but I think it's fine. There's also some more plant life and trees and all sorts of stuff up here. Me trying to use up some dark green and lime green desperately to save pieces. So now to get inside the base, the roof comes off in 2 main sections. We have one section over here on top of the pad, which comes off like this. Kind of an odd shape, but it is what it is. And then up here, this thing slides out from up here, and this carries the 2 satellites with it. So, and that is gonna give us a better look at the inside of the base. Inside we have this design for a display screen, which is one that I think I stole from Chris Productions or something, but using one of the window frame pieces, so that turned out pretty well. Over here is a communications desk, and this whole interior is pretty empty, pretty bland. I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this. I just kind of, it's hidden, it's away, no one's really going to see it, but it does the job. So there's a little hologram of a First Order Star Destroyer, as close as we could approximate to it. And that just is on top of the hologram table, which is again very simple. Over on this side is a weapons rack that has storage for 8 weapons or so. Over there. Okay, this is the best I think I can do to see you, let you see in there, but there's a chair and a small table over there, kind of a medical room where you could sit a patient down. There's some medicine there, computer on the desk, also some cherries, because why not? There's also a small desk back here, and the clear display screen right now, so maybe it's turned off or something. What was in the way with these kind of crate units, they sit behind that desk, and inside you can see a couple different materials, some syringes, binoculars, a lightsaber, and that's about it. So back here is an office kind of room. It has a nice red chair, just because why not? These nice desks here with some control panels, and other than that, it's pretty empty. Along the back, running from here all the way into the hangar, is a small corridor. There's room to pose up a couple figs in there. This picture is the only one that I really have of there. Can't really find a good place to take a picture of this. So, move along. Okay, finally into the hangar. Let's see a couple of plants just chilling there. Lots of empty room. There's another kind of service vehicle, astromech droid. Of course, this would be a lot kind of deeper in universe. So there's the exit of the hallway, and up on the wall there are just lots of little greebles. Yeah, let me take the X-wing out for you just so you can kind of see better. Inside, again, without the X-wing, pretty empty, just some storage units there. Up on the wall, and yeah, lots of figs roaming around. Okay, so there it is. One last look at the MOC. Not terribly happy with this one. There's definitely lots of ways that I could have improved, but again, as I mentioned before, my parts were severely limited, especially in the green colour, so that made this build quite difficult. But I think I accomplished something that I can improve, but also look back upon and say, yeah, there are some things here that I did better than I've done on other MOCs. I'm pretty happy with kind of some of this building up here, and definitely the radar dish. So there were some slight points of improvement, but I feel like there's definitely lots of ways that I can improve on this one. But yeah, let's roll the outro. So that was a look at the Dakar MOC. If you did enjoy, leave a like, and if you have any suggestions for other MOCs I should build, leave them in the comments below. I'll be taking a read through, see what you guys think. So comment Hoth or Scarif, I don't know. I did Scarif before, so maybe not Scarif, but you know, whatever you want me to have a try at building, just hit me up down in the comments below. So yeah, thanks for watching. Once more, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more quality content. Follow my Instagram at BrickNerdForReal, and like, comment. Sounds good? Alright, see you guys later.